Hi everybody, my name is AJ Fraser, and we're here at UIT, the New Center for Social Innovation. And today I'm going to present on what we were doing this week. So last week we were tasked with doing some designing and wireframing of a social media network. And this week we were actually supposed to implement things into code, to start writing. And I did a little presentation on Tudu before, but I'll kind of start right from the beginning. So Tudu is a local social event lister. I've talked to several people, and myself included. I felt this pain where I've gone to new cities and wanted to try and go and have some fun, interesting local events. You know, go see some bands at a dingy bar, or maybe see what the community is up to. And I had issues. The only shows I could find were things on Ticketmaster, and those are big venues, concert halls, and conference centers. Then I would have to go and actually find a website that was for that local area. So in Toronto, you've got blogto.com. Here in Cape Breton, you've got what'sgoingon.ca. In New York, you've got NYCgo. So it was kind of removing myself from finding those events one more step than it needed to. So I decided to try working on this thing I like to call Tudu. So we'll jump right in. This is what Tudu looks like when you land on the main screen. So if you jump on the main screen, you have an option to either scroll through events that are in your actual area. So geolocation will set it to where you are right now. So we're in Sydney, Nova Scotia. And it'll show you some venues that are around, and it'll list some events that are happening in those areas. Specifically for this week, I was trying to work on login and sign up stuff and had a lot of issues, but I did some wireframing design, so I want to show you what that looks like. So if we click on login, you'll jump to, this will all fade away, and a nice little pop-up will come here. And so you have the option to, you put in your username, your password, you can log in here, or you can log in through Facebook. If we were to click the sign up, if you didn't have a profile, this is what it's going to take you to. So I want to make the process as easy as possible, so you're not shifting back and forth between screens all the time. So on this pop-up, we have 3 different profiles we can do. So there's user, venue, and artist organization. So as a user, the only information you need to input would be maybe a profile picture, a username, a password, confirmation on that password, a brief bio, and your Twitter handle. That allows you to sign up. But once again, you can actually log in through your Facebook, and that would work too. If we're a venue, same sort of thing, except now we're going to need a little bit more detail. So you're going to click the over button, and that's going to take you to be able to put in a bit more information. So that's the venue name, address, its phone number, your website, hours of operation, capacity, so how many people can fit into your venue, whether or not you're licensed, and tags. And the tags are important. Matt and I spoke about them. It'd be an easier way for people to filter through venues that they want to. So if you really like DJ shows, maybe when you put in a tag when you're searching for something, it's going to find this venue first. If you're an artist organization, very much the same, except when you scroll over here, it's just a few different inputs to put in. So, where the band's located out of, what type of band or organization it is, whether or not it's a music band or an artist collective or a sports team, and website, and once again tagging. This would be an example of what an artist organization profile might look like. So for that information, you've got your profile picture, you've got a name, here's a couple of links to either social media sites or your website, a brief description, and then as you scroll down, all of the events that organization is tagged with would come up. There's also options for the user or other users on the site to upload photographs, and then a comment section for users to be able to comment on that organization or band. This would be an example of one of the venue profile pages. Same sort of thing. The most important information is kind of how they identify themselves, things that are going on there, and then as you scroll down, you get things like location and all of those other details. those events themselves also have pages just to give a little bit more detail, and an option to talk about those events as well. So you can start a conversation before the event, give people an overview of maybe what you think of the band or what you think of the sports team. And so I also want to show that one-page view of what it would look like if you were to input where you want to go, what you want to do, when you want to do it. So I've actually got a few of these things coded. I have a little brief demo that I'll show you guys. It does look significantly different from this, but let's give that a go too. So this is actually the website right now, although it's not as choppy on my screen. It must be because of the sharing. So as you can see, I have the input here, Sydney, Nova Scotia. You can click down. There's all of these different options. I decided to click on music. Those are the login and sign up buttons and their functionality. This is the map page. So you've got your Google map here and all of the events that would be located in whatever region you've clicked on. And then I've started on the profile page. So did anybody have any questions about Tudu?
That's cool.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Good job.
I like the changes.
What was different? What was added into it from last week in terms of functionality?
So the stuff I've been working on all week did not come to fruition.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we've been working with Paula Relevant to Paper Dialogue, and Paper Dialogue is giving me a really tough time. I've even tried to just make a whole new web page with the demo that Polymer offers, and that wasn't even working, so there must be something going on that I'm not quite aware of. So,
Okay.
then I just did some wireframe design, and I also changed, sorry, I can go back, I guess. A lot of the header stuff, so making these buttons functional, doing that sort of thing, and working on the scroll header panel. Yeah, I spent actually a lot of time in the header panel this week.
Yeah, it looks really clean.
That was awesome. I
Thank you.
think it's awesome.
Yeah, there was a few things changed. So before, when you would scroll and the header panel would condense, it changed to a different color, so I made sure that it stayed the same. Somebody did give me the idea that this is in its own toolbar, which is in the header panel div. If I can somehow make the header panel itself bigger and then just bring these items down below, then as it condenses, the whole thing would condense together in one nice line, whereas you see when I do that here, there is a bit of a blockiness, so that's something I'd like to work on. Okay. So if there's no further questions.
Did you, okay, forgive me if this is something you've maybe been directed not to do, but did you not design it mobile first for a reason?
No.
Just cause?
No particular reason. Polymer, in the way it's designed, it is mobile compatible. So as you shrink things down, if I were to show you, it would make things kind of go to mobile. For Tudu, I would make a mobile application as well. So if somebody wanted to download it, that way I have something on the client side. But myself, I go on websites all the time. I kind of want to develop the design from that side first and then start going
Sure.
the mobile way. So that's me. Okay. So mad, sad, and glad for this week. My super mad and very frustrated right now is that I couldn't get Paper Action Dialogue functioning, which is that login screen that you saw. Because once I got that functioning, all of the other things would fall into place. I know they would. My sad is that I preached full wireframing and I didn't do it myself. So I actually even had a good conversation with one of the other students yesterday. We kind of went through the whole thing, and then it's just something I haven't done. Once I started doing that, I realized that it does help the process quite a bit. And I was glad. I'm liking my design, and I pivoted my blog concept. So I haven't really been updating my blog, writing things down. I've got lots of stuff and nothing published. So I decided I really like having conversations with people. I don't mind speaking. So I decided that Startup Odyssey is going to be a collection of video blogs. So I started doing that. I made my first, and actually I don't know if anybody's seen Startup Odyssey lately, but I'm using this really cool, cool template called Nightlight, and it's I don't know, it's pretty neat. I like it. And so if you go in here, then I have my video logs, and so I'm gonna keep track of myself every week, hopefully a couple of times a week, via YouTube, and then I'll have a good collection of them. This one's fairly long. It's like a 14-minute video, but it's basically my views on UIT and how I've done so far. And then I'd like to do shorter ones for little things we're doing with the projects. Pivot it.
Have you gotten any advice in the last week or two that was like, that really changed what you were working on? Like, have you gotten some just spectacular advice from Gavin maybe, or just, can you just talk about some advice that you've gotten lately? Or some feedback. Doesn't have to be advice.
I don't know, feedback in the last week or so.
I guess like things that have determined what directions you've gone in that haven't simply just come from your own mind, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know, I think I really liked the talk this week we had with Eves and Matt, was it Matt? The designer? Matt and Mark.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Moose Syrup, the guy who like designed Tesla's website, which is just crazy. But their mock-ups are really quick, and you know, Keynote. He was using Keynote and thought the Keynote was pretty wicked. So I started using Keynote, and sure enough, you know, I did some great wireframing stuff within an hour. So that was something I was pretty happy with. Okay,
Awesome.
great.
Yeah.
Good job.